Hello everyone and welcome to the Kiki London YouTube channel. My name's Amanda and in today's video I have a brand new launch to share with you all. So launching today is the new Kiki London Autumn and Halloween water decals. I have been so excited to share these with you all because I know I've had a few questions since the first release of water decals come out asking if there would be any more. So I'm really pleased to see that Kiki London have launched some autumn and Halloween ones because obviously these are going to suit the current season perfectly. So let's jump in and take a look at the sheets as we have 9 new water decal sheets to get through. So the first ones here are the Evil Eye Mix. Then the second ones we have are full florals. I thought these were absolutely beautiful. I love how intricate and detailed a lot of the flowers on here are. And then I love the colours because they're so autumnal. Next up, we have Sweet Halloween, and just how cute are these? I was really pleased to see these as I feel as though these kind of cute Halloween nails are really trending at the moment. I think they're going to be more popular this Halloween than the more scary, realistic ones. Next up, we have the Mystical Black Mix. I especially love this one here with the moon and the floral sitting on it, as I haven't ever seen any water decals like that before, so that image stuck out the most to me. Here we have the Autumn Leaves pack, and this particular one I really liked because it included the twigs and the conkers and things like that rather than just your classic autumn leaves. Then this one is the Autumn Mix. This was one of my favourite ones as well. I really loved these pumpkins. I'm going to use them in a design further along. And I also love that this set also included some purples because I love featuring purples in autumn nails. Here we have the Autumn Forest pack, and I loved this one because it included lots of smaller leaves which obviously work well on shorter nails. Next up we have Cute Autumn. Now this one had a really Thanksgiving vibe to me, and I loved how cute some of the designs were, like the little jar of jam and the robin. You could probably take this particular pack into Christmas nails as well. Then lastly we have Pumpkin Patch, because you can't have a Halloween launch without some pumpkins, and just how fun are these? So these are the 9 new sheets of water decals. They are now up on the Kiki London website, which is always linked in the description box below. Now when you receive your water decals, you will always receive one of these handy instruction leaflets which go through and explain to you the best way to apply the water decals. I also do have quite a few water decal videos up on the channel as well, so check those out. And to apply my water decals, I always use the Kiki London Silicone Tool, as I find it really helps get out any creases or bubbles. So for today's video, I'm going to be using the Autumn Leaves and the Autumn Mix water decals. And I thought I'd run through first of all and show you the colours that I went for. So here I've got Black Cherry, which is a gorgeous, rich plum purple colour. It's one of my favourites for autumn nails because, like I said, I really love featuring purple in my autumn sets. Next up we have a French White, and I'm going to be using this for the base of the nails that I'm going to be using a lot of the water decals in. Now I went for French White because it's slightly softer than coconut, and I'm going to be applying Moonlight Pearl over the top of it, and I just find that this colour looks really pretty over French White. So if you haven't tried that yet, definitely give it a go. It gives off a beautiful pearlescent effect which you will see further along. I did also want to tie in a nude in this set, so I went for Ballet Charm as I felt as though the colour just had a little bit of an autumn vibe to it as well. Now for today's video, I'm going to be working on a practice hand. If you were doing this set of nails on yourself or a client, you would need to do all of your prep first of all and then apply a base coat. If you want to see more detailed videos on prep or natural nail application, I will leave them linked in the description box below for you all. So because I'm working on a practice hand, I've obviously skipped prep and applying a base coat. So I'm coming straight in with the colours. So I'm going to just pop down a thin first coat of all of those colours to begin with. So I've popped the Ballet Charm down on the pointer finger, and then I'm coming in with French White on the middle and the ring finger. So as you can see here, I'm trying to just apply a small amount to begin with, and I'm using my brush to get that as close as I can to the cuticle area. So you'll see I usually place the brush down slightly further away from the cuticle area and then push it up to as close as I can to the cuticle before pulling the colour down the rest of the nail. So I'll show you what I mean here. As you see, I've placed that down slightly further back from the cuticle. spread out a lot of the colour from my brush so that I don't have loads of product on my brush. And then as I'm going up the nail, I'm just pushing that as close to the cuticle as I can get it. If you find it tricky to do this with the bottle brush, then come in and go around the cuticle area using the Kiki London detail brush. You'll see what I mean as I do that on the little finger. Here I just had something stuck in my gel polish, like a little bit of fluff, so I was just making sure to remove that before curing and then just going over the colour to even it out. Now I'm going to be using that gorgeous black cherry on the little finger. Now black cherry is a very highly pigmented colour, and as always you want to avoid getting any product on the cuticles or the skin, but especially so with these highly pigmented colours because sometimes they can leave staining if you do get them on the skin. So here I'm being really careful to not get any on that cuticle or skin area. And then I'm coming in with my detail brush, and it's a little tricky to see what I'm doing, but I'm basically just getting closer to that cuticle area with the detail brush because I wouldn't be able to get as close on this particular nail with the bottle brush. So I always like to have my detail brush to hand whenever I'm applying my gel polishes, just because then if I am struggling, I know I can reach for that and get a nice neat cuticle application, which is really important when you are working on clients or doing your own nails. So I've cured that first coat, and then I'm going to come in and apply the second coat of colour. I keep my first coats of colour as thin as possible, and then I apply my second coat of colour ever so slightly thicker, and I apply it pretty much in the exact same way. So I always start just back from the cuticle area and push that colour back up towards the cuticle. I find that if I put my brush right down at the cuticle area, there'll be too much product on the brush and I'll end up getting it on the cuticles. So I always start off by pressing my brush ever so slightly back from that cuticle area, and then it just gives me a little bit more control over the amount of product and how much product I'm pushing up towards the cuticle. So I'm doing the exact same here on that second coat of colour, and then just making sure that I've got a really nice even application. Sometimes I do like to come over the nail a few times just to make sure everything is nice and smooth. Now this particular colour, like I said, is very highly pigmented, so you could in some cases get away with just doing the one coat, but I did choose to come in and apply the second coat of colour just because I wasn't sure if I was going to be putting any nail art over this nail or leaving it plain, so I wanted to make sure that that colour really popped. And just look how gorgeous is it. It's one of my absolute faves for autumn. So I've popped that second coat in to cure, and I really loved how these colours worked on their own. I would happily wear these colours as a plain set of nails as they just worked really well together. Now over the French white, as I said, I wanted to add a layer of Moonlight Pearl. So I'm just putting one thin coat of this down just over the French white nails, and you can see it gives off such a beautiful effect. This is a beautiful gel polish. It's one of those colours that you can use on its own and it will look slightly sheerer, but if you pop it over a white or certain nude bases as well, it just gives off that beautiful pearl effect. I really hope that one day Kiki London bring out more colours like this one. So whilst that's curing, I'm going to prepare my water decals. Now to prepare my water decals, I'm going to cut them out as close to the image as possible. This is a little bit easier to do with cuticle scissors rather than stalk scissors like I have here, but you just want to make sure that whatever you're using, you cut off as much of that white backing paper and get as close to your image as possible. Now I was using quite a few images in this set, so I've cut them all out off camera and I have them all prepped and ready to go. I find it a little bit easier when I'm doing water decal designs or even stamping or foils to plan out my nail art before I start, as I find then it just flows a little bit better. So I've planned out what decals I'm going to be using on what nail. And then to apply them, I'm going to be using the jelly stamper method. So as you can see, I've got my jelly stamper. I've placed that decal face down onto the stamper, and then I'm using the Kiki London angled nail art brush just to apply some water to the back of that water decal. You don't need loads of water. You just want enough that's going to soak that backing paper. If you feel that you haven't applied enough water to the backing paper and it's not releasing from your water decal, you can just come in with another small amount on your brush and it will slide off effortlessly like that one it did there. Then looking through that stamper, I'm going to line up exactly where I want my image to go. And then I'm pressing down with a firm pressure, wriggling my stamper from side to side. And then that water decal is going to release onto the nail. Then taking my silicone tool, I'm just going to move out any bubbles or creases that are in the nail. To be quite honest, I find I get minimal bubbles when I am doing the water decals with the stamper application method. Now here, this particular water decal was ever so slightly bigger for the nail that I was applying it onto. So I just trimmed off the excess, and then I'm just making sure that that water decal is super smooth and super flat on the nail. So we're then going to come in and add 2 more water decals to this nail. So I wanted to put some leaves just to frame it. I didn't want to add too much, but I felt as though just having the one decal on this nail looked a little bit plain. So because I'm adding 2 small water decals to the nail, I'm going to pop them on my stamper both at the same time. So I'm making sure to pop them far away from each other so that I can press one down without touching the other one. This, I find, doing this way just speeds it up, and when you're working on clients, you know it's good to be as quick as you can be. But obviously if you don't feel confident putting more than one image on your stamper at a time, you can just pop one down. Then I'm doing exactly the same, always applying a firm pressure to press that water decal in place, and then just taking the silicone tool to really adhere it to the nail and smooth out any creases or bubbles. So on the ring finger, I wanted to add a couple of different water decals, and I wanted them to overlap slightly. So I wanted to layer them up. So I'd planned what water decals I wanted on the bottom, and then I'm just going to work my way up. They're not massively overlapping, more just at the bottom, but I wanted to show you guys how I do this. So I place that first one down, and again, I'm making sure that that's nice and flush to the nail. Now, when you're working on nails that already have an apex built, so if you're working over a builder gel or an acrylic, you will find that when you place down your water decal over the curve of the apex area, it can sometimes not lie as smooth or as flat as when you're placing it further down the nail or when you're placing them over natural nails. So I just like to take a bit of time to make sure all of those creases are out and that it's lying nice and flat. And then here again, because we're working around that cuticle area, we have a little bit of excess from the water decal. So I just removed that using some alcohol on an old nail art brush because it was in a little bit of a tricky area to trim. And then because I've removed that excess, I'm just again going over that water decal to make sure it's lying as flat as possible. Then we're going to pop down our second water decal. So this was one of the twigs, we'll say, from the image, and I really wanted to include this because I thought it was a little bit different. A lot of the autumn water decals I see are mainly leaves, so it was fun that there was some other autumnal bits included. Now I want to layer this ever so slightly over that green leaf that we've placed down. So when you do this, it can sometimes not stick as easily in that area because it hasn't got the tacky layer to stick to, and this is only overlapping ever so slightly, so it's not too much of a problem. But I then like to make sure that I'm spending enough time making sure that the rest of the decal is adhered nicely, because any of those overlapping layers might not fully adhere, but they will adhere once you've popped your top coat down anyway. Then we're going to add on a cute little purple leaf because I felt as though it really tied in with the little finger. So I've placed that down, and again that's overlapping both of those previous decals that we've placed down. So you'll see here it's slipping around a little bit, and you've got to spend a little bit more time making sure it does adhere down. It has still got some areas where it's touching the Moonlight Pearl, so it has got the tackiness from that colour to stick onto. So just make sure that it is laying as flat as possible. Like I said, we'll seal it in and then it won't be moving around anyway. And as it dries as well, so as the water from the water decal evaporates, it holds in place as well. Here I was just double checking that that's nicely stuck down whilst I was waiting for my next water decal. So I'm going to place this one down just in the cuticle area as well. This was another thing that I really loved about a lot of these autumnal nail water decals, There's a lot that you can really nicely apply around the cuticle line due to the shape of them. I really like that in a set of nails. I think if you just want to add a hint of nail art, just adding something around the cuticle area is really, really cute. And again, this one, I loved that it had the purple to it as well because it's one of my favourite colours, especially for autumn nails. Again, because we're working around that cuticle area and over the curve of the apex, I'm really taking the time to make sure that that is adhered. If it has got any creases in it, you're going to notice them when it comes to top coating, so it's best to try and get out as many of them as you can. Talking of top coating, it's now time to come in and top coat all of the nails. So I'm using the Kiki London No Wipe Rubber Top Coat for this. As I've said in so many of my videos, this is my go-to top coat for top coating any kind of nail art. Because it's a rubber top coat, it's slightly thicker, so it encapsulates nail art really, really well. If you're top coating water decals and you're not using the rubber top coat, I would maybe recommend using 2 coats of top coat instead of the 1, just so you get that extra added layer of thickness and durability for things like water decals, and it just really helps smooth out the nail as well. And that's what I love as well about the rubber top coat. You're going to get a super smooth finish. You're not going to feel that you've applied the water decals over the surface of the gel polish. Being really careful as well with your rubber top coat or any top coat that you use, that you don't get any on the skin or the cuticles, as it will cause the nail to lift. And as well, you don't want to be getting any products on your client's skin or your own skin, because it can lead to overexposure and allergies. So always make sure that you're being super careful around the cuticle and skin areas. Once I have applied this top coat, we're going to pop these nails in for a full 60-second cure, and then we're ready to take a look at the finished design. I really loved how these turned out, and I'm really loving all of the new autumn and Halloween water decals, so do keep an eye out on the channel for further videos featuring those. If you haven't already subscribed, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you did enjoy this video, please do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I hope to see you all again in next Friday's video. Lots of love, take care, bye bye.